Fallout 4's Anniversary Edition launch has been rough. Rough to put it lightly. For a lot of players, it's brought broken menus, random crashes, and a bunch of technical issues that really ruined what should have been a positive addition to the game. But Bethesda has actually responded quickly to the feedback this time. They've posted a new update explaining what's going on behind the scenes, and more importantly, what's being fixed in the first update, which is coming early next week on the 24th. Honestly, still quite far away considering how much there is wrong right now, but at least something's happening. And interestingly, the update also touches on something a lot of people have been asking for: the long-awaited increase to mod storage limits on console. Now that could be a game changer for the modding scene, but right now there is still some confusion about whether this feature will be available for everyone for free, or if it's somehow tied to the paid Creation Club content. I also want to talk a bit about why some of the content isn't on PlayStation. Either way, there's a lot to unpack here, so let's go through everything Bethesda just revealed. Now, according to Bethesda's post, they're actively investigating issues players are encountering with the latest Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition update. They mentioned that you should already notice faster load times when opening the Creations menu and the main game menu. I booted up Fallout 4 to test this out for myself, and now it does load up quickly, and you can see all the new content on the market. This is a small but noticeable improvement, because before this update the menus would take ages to load and some of them wouldn't even show up properly at all. And this is obviously progress, but I'm sure most of you are more concerned with actually being able to play the game right now. So here's everything that Bethesda are targeting with this new hotfix. First off, they're addressing the general stability problems and crashes which have been especially bad on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 and 5. Some players are seeing frequent freezing or total crashes just after a few minutes of gameplay, pretty much making the game unplayable for them. Even on PC, like when you quit out, the game just crashes and takes ages to stop. Secondly, they're fixing a major bug that caused the creations or mods that rely on the DLC to actually function to just stop working entirely. And that one is a huge deal because it's obviously broken all of the external mods overnight, as well as everything on the Creations platform as well. If your mod list included anything that depended on official DLC like Far Harbor or Nuka World, those mods simply won't load anymore. And lastly, there's a specific PlayStation issue where the DLCs were getting uninstalled after you update the game. So if you suddenly notice that your DLC content is missing, it wasn't just you. That's one of the confirmed bugs that this update is going to address. The players are understandably frustrated, and it does make you wonder, was this actually tested before release? I think everybody who downloaded the Creation bundle has the exact same issue of Creations not activating. And this is something that should just be an easy and smooth transition to just download all the stuff you just brought and then play it. And I honestly think this kind of thing can be prevented if anyone just downloaded that, even on PC, just to be like, oh, is this working as we intended? Because clearly that kind of thing does need to be tested if launches are going to be like this. But Bethesda isn't stopping with this one patch, you'll be happy to hear. They've also revealed that 2 more updates are already in the pipeline. The first one is planned obviously for the week of November 24th that we just went over, and the second one will arrive sometime in the first half of December. So obviously before the Fallout TV show comes out, where I'm sure there'll be an influx of new players. Now they haven't shared what's inside those yet, but it sounds like they're aiming to roll out more widespread fixes and perhaps tackle some of the lingering bugs that didn't make it into this hotfix. They've also thanked players for sending in reports and support tickets. Apparently, that data has helped them track down the biggest issues faster. And just so you guys know, whenever I speak to development teams internally, the best way of giving feedback is through support tickets. Some of the social PR people do see comments on social media and Reddit and stuff, but all the developers are just looking at these support tickets and getting passed on the feedback. That is the most direct way to get your problems addressed. Now, historically, it is rare to hear Bethesda openly acknowledge this kind of community input, so maybe they're genuinely trying to be more transparent this time around. It's not like they have much choice here either. It's just good to see this level of communication from them, especially like so quick after everything's hit the fan. But now onto the part that most players, especially console users, care about, which is the mod storage limit increase. Now, Bethesda confirmed, starting with the November patch on the 24th, both Xbox Series X and Series S players will see the Creations local storage limit expanded by 100 gigabytes, which is huge. That is a massive leap compared to what was previously available for them, and it could completely change how people play the game on consoles. If you've been limited to smaller mods because of the space restrictions, this update could finally allow for full DLC-sized mod projects on Xbox. The kind of stuff that was only really possible on PC before now. They also said that they're looking into increasing the storage limit on PlayStation, which is currently stuck at a painful 2 gigabyte cap. And there's a lot less content available on PlayStation anyway, but we'll talk more about that in a moment. The modding limit has really been one of the biggest frustrations for console players since Creations were first introduced. However, Bethesda did say that the mod storage would be growable. And to be honest, I have no idea what that actually means. Does it mean that the limit grows as you add more mods? Or do you have to pay to increase the storage limit to match your needs? Because it kind of sounds like that, the way they've worded it here. I mean, read it for yourself, obviously, but let me know what you think in the comments. I get that storage isn't free, but surely somebody can download more paid mods and you make that money back overall, as opposed to like having to uninstall stuff and then reinstall stuff and not being able to play all the stuff you've brought at once. I really hope that this is free, but if it's not, it's time for you guys to build a PC. And if you guys are interested, you can check out my full PC setup from the link in the description below. But if you're on PlayStation, you definitely have noticed the lack of new creation content available to you. From what I've heard, this is a Sony issue. Bethesda does try and push for all their content to be on each platform, but historically, Sony has been a wall for them. That said, Skyrim now does have the new land creations, even new weapons with third-party assets, so it's definitely possible. It's just a question of when that's going to happen, maybe? But right now, PlayStation users have got the short straw with the anniversary edition of Fallout 4. Like, honestly, it just doesn't seem to be worth the money for them because they miss out on a lot of the cool new creations that had those third-party assets. So I hope that's addressed. All in all though, this new communication and acknowledgement from Bethesda is, in my opinion, a step in the right direction, and I pray it continues across all of their titles in the future. The Anniversary Edition rollout clearly wasn't ready for prime time, and it's left a lot of people stuck with broken saves and constant crashing. But at least now there's a clear time frame and plan to fix things that's actually being communicated to us, which is way more than we got for the Fallout 4 Next Gen update. It really felt like Bethesda just moved on and left everything how it was. But now they're addressing it, and that is a good step forward. Now, if they can deliver on these patches and the storage upgrade goes smoothly, we might finally see Fallout 4 in the best shape it's been in years, honestly. Especially heading into the next wave of players joining the community thanks to the Fallout TV show coming in December. Now, it's still hard not to feel like this all could have been avoided with a bit more testing and communication beforehand. But I've been actively reviewing all of the new creations here on the channel. So if you want to check out what you can expect and if it's worth your time and money, go and check out the playlist just over here. And in the meantime, we will see if Bethesda can pull off a full recovery this time.